Okay, so now I'm done downstairs. Man, I worked on 4 different doors. I did all kinds of work on this door. I did all kinds of work on that door to make it look better, and so it didn't look like it was sagging, so it didn't look like the door was warped. I fixed this door, moved that over. This door was sagging, I fixed that. This door, that's the 4 doors. This door I didn't have to do anything with. It's all lined up okay, and later on after I paint the doors, I'm taking the doors down and taking the hinges off and everything. When I get ready to put the new hinges on, I'll then angle the hinges out. And I'll make a different video of that. That way this gap will be less, okay? See how big this gap is? Look, the door's closed. You think the door's closed. Kaboom. I don't want that when I get all done. No sense fixing it now because I have to do different things behind that hinge, and I'm going to be taking those hinges off and be working with brand new different colored hinges. Okay, so hey, see, I mean, it took me a while. Hey, anything worthwhile is going to take a little bit of effort. Okay, it's not going to fix itself. All right, and it's about 1 o'clock now. I probably started 9:30 or so, but I've been making videos this whole time. If I didn't use the video camera at all, maybe 3.5 hours or so, and I got this all done. Now I've got more doors to do up there. Well, it's the next day and I didn't get very far yesterday. I was hoping to get all the doors done everywhere in the condo, to have them all adjusted, but I only got the ones downstairs. I got some upstairs too, but I still have another door to do upstairs, and I still have to caulk around the door stops that I took out so that I could adjust some warped doors. And you know, it's always good to have a game plan the first of the day on what you want to shoot for, but hey, here's a tip for you. When you're doing remodeling stuff and you're working around the house, always give yourself a little bit of extra time, extra days. If you think it's going to take 3 days, guess what? It's going to take 4 or 5. That's just how it works. You're not as young as you used to be. Things don't go like you plan each day, and you get tired. I was going to stay here till like 5 or 6 o'clock last night, but it started getting dark, and Mommy's like, why don't you come home? I'm like, okay, yeah, I can come back tomorrow and finish. And I still have to check out some doors. I think I have one more to fix up here and get adjusted, and then I've got to do some caulking around the door stops and stuff like that. And I was talking to Mommy the other day, and see how these shelves in here, I'm going to end up taking these out today. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't really think she was going to like that anyways. This is the spare bedroom. This is the spare bedroom, and we were talking about maybe possibly putting a Murphy bed up, you know, up against the wall here, and then fold it down and stuff initially. And then once we came in here, I was looking at that, and she piped up and said, hey, what about putting the Murphy bed right into that little cubby area, set it up there and somehow support the back of it and such, and then fold that down when we need it. We don't really need it in this room unless guests come, and that doesn't happen that often. That way the rest of this area is left open. We could have a desk in here up against the wall, you know, maybe stick a desk over in this area or whatever, and just have this open. And then, you know, we could, who knows, we could put something else over there, and then when someone comes, they can flop the bed down. And if the Murphy bed doesn't fit into that opening, that's okay. This room is set up where the bed comes this way. There's an electrical outlet over there. There's an electrical outlet over there. And I'll bet you when you turn this particular light switch on, see, this one here is for the actual light above, okay? But then this one here, when you turn that on, I haven't checked it yet, but it's probably for the bottom or the top of one of these. And let's just do a check here. I wasn't gonna do this, but let's just check. Okay, I've got my construction light here. I'm gonna plug that in. I'm gonna plug it into the top, and I'm gonna guess this light's gonna work. Okay, the light works, and this probably is not gonna activate it, because lots of times they'll do the bottom, and I like to turn my construction light off before I unplug it. Sometimes when you unplug it, it could burn the light out. Okay, so that's probably activated. I'm going to turn the button on. Hey, might not. Look at that. That's not working. And who knows? It could be this plug over here. Maybe somebody had the bed this way. No, I can see the depression here, and it might not be that one at all. It might just have to do with that one over there. Now you got me curious. Now you got me curious. I'm gonna see now. Okay, I've got the light switch off over there. Okay. Nope. It doesn't activate one of those. It should, but it doesn't. And they probably didn't do that for this particular one, and it could activate another one. It could activate that one. It could activate that one possibly. It could activate that. I'm not gonna check it, but usually, if you've got an extra light switch in your room, it'll be something like that. And yeah, so today my goal anyways is to check the doors up here and make sure that they're all adjusted. I worked on this door yesterday late afternoon and got that one. So I got to check that door. I got to check the bathroom door. I've got to check that door over there, this door, and I remember I finished that one. So that should be good. And I'm gonna take this little Formica countertop off too. I don't know why they put that up there. All I can think of is maybe when they got their clothes out of the dryer, they could fold their stuff up there, but it doesn't look big enough to do anything, huh? So I brought a skill saw, a circulating saw today, because once I take those off, there's a dumpster here in the condo complex, and I'm just going to use this. It's a Bosch, it's a circulating saw, and it's battery operated. And this thing actually works really good. I've used it before to cut 2x4s and 2x6s and stuff. And it's not as big as a regular worm drive Skill 77, like a commercial one that you would have out at a job site, a residential site, or to do framing and stuff, but it works fine. And the thing I like about it is if you're right-handed, it's always nice to have the blade on the left-hand side of your circulating saw instead of the right-hand side. And son of a gun, when you go to the store, make sure you check that. If you're gonna get something like this, make sure you check, because maybe 90% of the time the blade is on the right side. And if you're right-handed, then you have to look over this to see the saw blade, and lots of times it's hard to cut that way, and you have to use two hands and look over, and I don't do that. I set the wood up on my foot at an angle and chop the piece off, So look for this type of circular saw. If you're right-handed, and if you're left-handed, get the saw blade that's on the right. Okay, check that out next time. You'll be surprised. I think you might have just learned something.